We got a lot of news and breaking news that's taking place right now. The Lions, we've re-signed a couple of players and made a signing in free agency. Let's get it started right now. Before we get started, smash that like button, please. It really does help the channel out. If we get to 400 likes, that would be greatly appreciated. The Detroit Lions have made a signing. The Detroit Lions signed a linebacker in Grant Stuard, formerly of the Indianapolis Colts. 5'11", 230-pound linebacker. He's only 26 years old. He went to Houston for college. Now, his career, he hasn't done a whole lot. This is his stats right here, career stats last year. 25 solo tackles, 0 sacks, 0 forced fumbles, and 0 interceptions. So he's going to be a depth player, in my opinion. This is an individual that's going to be special teams as well as, recovering for Malcolm Rodriguez and a Jalen Reeves-Maybin type of role. An individual that's going to be a rotational piece or a backup, a depth piece. So nothing bad signing right there. It's not the biggest signing in the world, but that's okay. The Detroit Lions re-signed Craig Reynolds. The Detroit Lions continue to take care of their own in free agency. According to Dave Burkett of the Detroit Free Press, the Lions are expected to re-sign running back Craig Reynolds to a one-year deal. Reynolds was on a restricted free agent, but the Lions did not tender him. Instead, he became an unrestricted free agent at the start of the league year on Wednesday, but he isn't going anywhere at this point. The contract numbers are not available. Yes, good news. We got Craig back, and we like Craig. Craig Reynolds is a good one. So in the comments right now, with those two signings, what's your thoughts? Did the Detroit Lions do good? A, B, C, D, or F? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. We got another re-sign as well, and this is the big one, and that's Levi Onwuzurike. The Detroit Lions have signed him back. According to NFL Network's Ian Rapoport, the Detroit Lions are re-signing defensive lineman Levi Onwuzurike to a one-year, $5.5 million contract extension. Onwuzurike was drafted by the Lions in the second round in the 2021 NFL Draft, the first year of Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell with high expectations. Unfortunately, Onwuzurike, plagued by a back injury during his rookie season, missed his second NFL season entirely because of injury. In year 3, Onwuzurike continued to work his way back from the injury, but he still managed to play just 10 games. Last season, now fully healthy, Onwuzurike flashed the potential Lions hope to see when they drafted him, and he was a career contributing both defensive tackle and defensive end. This is a big re-signing for the Detroit Lions. It's a big one in my opinion. Why do I say this? He could have actually been poached by another team, and we spent a lot of money and time and effort the last couple of years to train him up to be where he's at. And now we get to benefit. We dealt with the injuries with him, but now he's healthy. He had the fusion, he worked his way back. This is awesome. This is why I'm so proud of Levi Onwuzurike and what they're getting it done with the hard work that he put in there for himself to get in the shape that he is at. Let's continue on here. One of our favorite players who performed awesome this past season just got a positive news in regards to his bank account. The Detroit Lions safety Kerby Joseph is currently on the extremely team-friendly rookie contract, but the NFLPA has a rule in place that helped him get paid a little bit closer to what he's worth last season. Joseph earned just short of $1,996,000 in bonuses thanks to the benefit called performance-based pay distribution. In short, this bonus is aimed to pay players who are on a small contracts closer to what they're worth based on how much he played last season. Here's a fuller explanation from the NFL. Under the performance-based pay program, a fund is created and used as a supplemental form of player compensation based upon comparison of playing time to salary. Players become eligible to receive bonus distribution in regular season, in which they pay at least one official down. In general, players with a higher playing time percentage and lower salaries benefit from the pool. Article also breaking it completely down is on Pride of Detroit. Check it out. But it shows here where Kerby Joseph got paid Only a handful of players got better than him. He was the 6th highest. That's great news for Mr. 31. He performed so well, and it's a great thing for the NFL. When you have rookies coming in, maybe they're late draft picks, they see their performance that they can do, and they can go in there, get paid, even though their contract may not be that great. This one benefited Kerby Joseph in a big way, and we love J. Kerb. In the comments, put 31 right now to show some love to our great safety, Kerby Joseph. It is now official, folks, that Myles Adams and DJ Reed all became official that they are under contract. 4 p.m., that's when they had to sign it. Now, it's not on Spot Rack right now in regards to them being under contract to look at the exact numbers and how it's breaking down, especially if you are a economics nerd, but they're under contract, and we're going to talk about the cap here in a moment. There was concern that maybe some players would back out or DJ Reed would back out. There was rumors about that. I never thought that would be the case. It's happened before. I think it happened last year where a player backed out, and I think even this year someone backed out at the last minute as well, but it did not happen to the Detroit Lions. They are now here with us, and that's positive news. So we got Myles Adams, we're Dan Skipper in free agency. We got DJ Reed, right? He is here. We picked up the defensive tackle earlier this morning, so that's official now. So everything going forward is good to go. When they sign, they sign, and that's just the way it is. Let's get into the really good news about the Detroit Lions cap situation. And you can find this on Pride of Detroit, but the Lions were awarded some more money. And we love money here in Detroit, and that's a positive thing. Now let's look at the cap here, because the Detroit Lions were actually awarded some money, folks. So the Detroit Lions had a surplus of around $23 million in cap space. The NFL awarded the Lions more money. Before this occurred, the Detroit Lions was sitting at $56 million right now. That's what it was before this adjustment occurred. So $56 million. Now with the award in the adjustment, this is what the new Detroit Lions cap space looks like. Now with the adjustments and the awards, the Lions added an additional cap space. Yes, they added additional cap space in around $8 million. Right now they're sitting at $64 million in cap space. They go from 6th best to 5th best in the NFL because of that additional cap. So the Lions gain some money in a flick of the wrist here. That is good news. Now, this does not portray the money that we just given out to DJ Reed, to Dan Skipper, to Myles Adams. It does not calculate for the players whom we just signed, but it does calculate right before that. So the Lions gain additional cap space of $8 million. And that's phenomenal news for Detroit. Why is that? Because we have the ability to make more signings. We do. Now, you just seen with Kerby Joseph, right? So give me a hell yeah in the comments that we just gained some cap space. Give me a hell yeah right now in the comments. Additional cap space. Now we're going to talk about the cap space. Okay, so instantly you assume we gain $8 million in cap space. Now we're going to go ahead and sign more players in free agency. I don't know if that's potentially going to be the case. It's probably going to be the case that we use this type of money for our own guys, like Kerby Joseph, who I just talked about. He's going to get a mega deal at some point, right? He's going to get a big deal. He's best safety in football. That is under what Brad Holmes is going to be doing, right? He's going to sign his own guys. He's got Aiden Hutchinson. They're going to have to bring into a big contract. there's contracts coming up, Sam Laporta. That's probably what they're going to be also saving their cap space for. With that said, it's still additional cap space. That means it gives them $8 million more. So they have more money to spend. And that's phenomenal news. That's great news. Don't know exactly how they're going to spend their money, but they have more money to spend. We're a team right now. Last year, we were 15-2, the number 1 seed. This year, we have the now 5th best cap space in the NFL. The teams ahead of us in cap, the Patriots, who are butt cheeks. The Chargers, they're actually not too bad, but they're in the AFC. The Arizona Cardinals, they're kind of like in the mid, right? Tennessee Titans, they're butt cheeks. Seattle Seahawks, we just jumped them and they're in a rebuild. We have the 5th best cap in the NFL right now. The Lions have been fiscally smart, sound, and efficient with the money, but we're also re-signing our own guys like Kerby Joseph to deals. Now, officially, they have now released Cooper Kupp. He's been released now. Cooper Kupp is now a free agent. With him being a free agent, can the Detroit Lions look to sign a Cooper Kupp? Again, I made a video earlier today. I don't think it's going to happen, but there is a connection there with Jared Goff and Brad Holmes, right? He can come in and be a number 3. We still ain't brought back Tim Patrick. So it's an option that can be laid for the Lions. We'll see. I don't know about it, but as soon as he was released, if you look on Twitter, if you look anywhere in the Detroit Lions rumors, they're talking about it, and it's a big-time subject for it right now.